A lot of people also looking for jobs, looking to improve on their jobs, and there are ways to do it, and there are studies to help you. Joining us this morning from Robert Heff, Sandra Lavoy, who also has the title of OfficeTeam Regional Vice President, especially when it comes to an interesting survey that was actually just done with a bunch of HR professionals. So break down the survey, because I thought it was really interesting.
The survey was done with 650 HR managers throughout the United States and Canada. We developed the survey and then outsourced it to a research firm, and they did the survey for us.
What was the idea, main objective behind the survey?
The main objective is, what do potential employers like to see from candidates when they do their interviews?
Okay, interesting results?
Yes, very interesting. We saw some candidates be a little bit risk takers and do things outside the box, which was from bringing donuts, coffee, and the resume, or offering free, allowing them to work free for a few months. Have been different ideas of what candidates did. They could backfire on you, though.
So there were preferences that you saw from potential employers as to what they really were looking for with these candidates.
Absolutely. They feel that employers feel it's better to keep it to the basics. They like to see a very strong resume, having a strong professional LinkedIn profile, understanding also their company and what they're all about when they go in for their first interview.
Speaking of LinkedIn, how important has the social networking aspect been to see that there's a network already created for a potential employee, but how much effort needs to be put on it for someone to work on these pages?
There has to be a lot of effort because of the way the job market has become. Potential employers will look on LinkedIn to see the profile of the candidates they will be interviewing. It is a very strong professional network that all employers use today.
So it's something for people who've been fighting all of those social networking sites, that it might be one that you don't want to ignore.
You have to get on the bandwagon when it comes to LinkedIn if you're looking for a job today. All right, for sure.
That's one piece of advice right there. Keeping it simple. They want to know that you're a strong candidate without all the fancy
Absolutely,
gadgets.
absolutely.
The one thing I did want to say is, you have someone who's maybe 15 years into their work and is looking for a job, but there's also some tips for individuals getting into that first job.
Absolutely. Somebody who's getting into your first job, you have to be persistent. Just don't drop off your resume. Follow up with either a phone call or an email and make sure that you differentiate yourself. If you do get a job interview, make sure you're professionally dressed, on time, and know the company profile before you go in for your first interview.
Some great tips right there. Thank you so much for the information. OfficeTeam.com is the website if you're looking for more information and to see how all of that breaks itself down. Always a pleasure.